guys, this is Lexi from Brinyte. So nice to see you again, and thanks for your watching in advance. We do a lot of review of the T18 and the T28. So as the hunting season comes, I guess some of you guys may have questions about how to choose a suitable hunting lights for you. So I'd like to make a comparison of our T18 and T28 for you. Then you can have a brief idea about which kind of hunting lights you can choose from us. So if you are interested in this kind of topic, then let's move to the next part, and I hope the video I shoot can offer some useful information to you. You will receive the T18 and T28 like this, but I just make the case away, and you will see the elegant card box like this. Let's have a quick look of these sets. For saving the time, I already get all things out here. So in here, we can see here is the whole set for the T18, and the one standard T18 include a flashlight with white modules in. There are extra 2 modules in the standard T18 set. One is green and the other is the red. So we also see there are 3 extra O-rings here and the standard lanyard. This is the 21700 lithium rechargeable battery with the Type C charging hole here, and here is the Type C charging cable. User manual. Here is the whole set for T18, and in this way we got the whole set of the T28. Triple color T28. Remote switch and stepler steamer remote switch. The extra O-ring. The user manual. Same 21700 lithium rechargeable battery and the charging cable. Also the lanyard. Let's move the accessory aside and let's see the difference and the same points of the 2 flashlights first. And let's have a quick view of these 2 lights. The T28 has a longer length. The head diameter of these 2 lights seems same. I check for you. Diameter of the T18 is 54.0 millimeter, and the diameter of the T28 is 54 millimeter. The diameter of the T28 is about 25.5. The length of the T18. The length of the T18 is about 165 millimeters. The length of the T28 is 118 millimeter. Can you see that? Let's check the weight of the T18 and the T28. The weight of the T18 is 267 grams with the battery in. The net weight of the T18 is 194 grams. The weight of the T28 is 278.9 grams. The net weight of the T28 is 200 grams. So the T28 is just a little bit heavier than the T18. A very little, 6 grams heavier than the T18. Some of you may notice the length of these 2 lights are not same. The T18 used the acrylic sapphire lens, and the T28 adopted the frontal lens, also an arclight one. The reason why we choose the arclight sphere lens is that the sphere lens gives a better performance of the light. This lens can help the light to shine further, and the reason we adopted the frontal lens can help make the light effects more even and looks more good. So we use this kind of different two lenses here. Since these two lights are zoomable flashlights, so there is no reflector inside, and both of these two lights use the Cree LEDs. For the T18, it's the Cree LED white inside, and the T28, there are 3 LEDs in. They're both from Cree too. Both of these two lights made of aerospace aluminum with hard military anodization. And from the user manual, we can know the beam distance of the T18 is about 613 meters. The beam distance of the T28 is about 525 meters. So, T18 has a longer distance for the white LED. And some of you may be curious about how to make these two lights zoomable. These two lights are used the same way to adjust the beam. They are quite simple. If your tube is fixed on the gun, and you can turn the head to get a flat or focused light. Focus. Flat. Same way for the T28. If the light is fixed on the mount, and we can adjust the head to get flat and to get a focus and flat beam. We may need some other colors, right? For we doing the fox hunting or the coyote hunting or the predator hunting. So probably sometimes we will need to change the color of the LED flashlights. So I'd like to show you the different way of these two lights of changing the color. For the T28, it's quite simple. Just turn the light on and you will get white beam first, or you can adjust the switch to the green and you will get a green one, or to the right of the switch you will get a red one. Right, you're right, it's a triple color in one hunting flashlight. And here is the focused beam effect of these 3 colors, and you can see the beam effect of these 3 colors is so nice. I hope you like this way. And also, cause the T28 has a stepless dimmer switch in the tail, so we can also adjust the beam lumens of the light. Hope you like this design too. And also there is an indicator here. You can tell if the light is working normally in the back side of the flashlight. For the T18, it will be a little complicated for us to change the beam color, but it's a tool free. We can just use our hands to change the beam color. So I'd like to show you. First, unscrew the head. And then twist the modules out. Disassemble the modules. Oh, here is the pin design. I take the green, I take the red with me. So we take out the replaced module and we screw the modules in. We need to make sure the module is already tightened to the bottom of the thread, and it's okay right now. Then we put the head back. We get a nice beam, nice red beam now for the T28. Most of the flashlights in the market right now, they use the spring to connect it with the battery and the module, but we use pin here. The reason why we use pin here is in our experience and the market investigation. We think the spring may easily get damaged when I install the module without taking out the battery. So we change the design like this, flat in the module and use pin to adapt it, and use pin to connect it with the module. I really like this design for meeting the different hunting occasion or hunting scene. We do release many colors for these two lights. For the T18, there's so many colors available. We have red, green, infrared, the UV, blue. If you guys need them, we can have some amber color or warm white color. Yes, and for the T28, since it's a triple color in one light, it is not allow us to change the module here. But we release another version combined with the white, an infrared with white light version available. The name of the IR version named T28 IR, and combined with the white LED with two types IR, combined with one IR 850 and the other is the IR 940. Let's check the difference of these two tail cap. Here is the T28. The tail cap switch is the stepless dimmer tail cap switch, as showed when I showing you guys how to change the beam color. And the tail cap of the T18 is a normal tactical switch with just one mode, that means high mode. And some of you may ask, if I want to change the lumen of the T18, what should I do? Then I think you should take out the wireless remote controller of the T18, and then you can adjust the lumens of the T18. So let's see, how does the wireless remote controller works with the T18? First, we should give the remote a sign that these two things are connected together. Okay, we turn the light on. In the middle of the remote controller, we turn it off. If the remote controller is successfully control the lights on and off, this means these two things are connected, and I can use it to lower the lumens of the T18 right now. I'll show you guys. The bottom top is lower the lumen, and the up top is lower the lumen, and the bottom top is higher the lumen. Also, if you press the bottom, there's a green indicator here to show you they are connected together. A very interesting design. But since without the wireless remote controller, you only get one mode for the T18. In the opposite side, which means if you want to control the T18, you have to carry the wireless remote switch with you every time. I don't know if this is good for you, so please let us know, okay? And for the T28, there is a normal stepless dimmer switch here. So I have to unscrew the tail cap first. And the middle button is always control the light to turn on and off. And the bottom close to the cable is for higher the lumen. And the bottom close to you is for lower the lumens. The function of the T28 remote switch is same with the T18 wireless remote controller, so these functions are same. Here is about the remote switch. We may meet some very rainy days, right? And you don't need to worry because these two lights has an IP66 waterproofness, so it's okay for you guys to use them in outside and you will like them. Here above are the information about the same thing or the different things of the two models, and I'd like to show you the beam effect of these two lights. So let's move to the next part. In my left hand is the T28 and in my right hand is T18. Since it's red in the T18, so I turn the T28 into red and I make it focused. From the wall, I can see these of these two lights are shines into a square, and this means you already get the focus of the two lights, and I can clearly see the lumen of the T18 is higher than the T28, so I can do it like this. And the T18 seems has a more narrow beam angle, so I can see the square in the wall is narrow and smaller than the one in the T28. And let's compare the flood status of these two lights. So it is obviously we can see that in the flood status, the T28 has a bigger beam and the T18 has a smaller one, but still the T18 has a higher lumen when the already flooded, so I can still do it like this. However, I do think the beam of the T28 is so even, like a sleep lotus. From my test, I think the pros of the T18 is the beam distance of the T18 is longer than the T28, and this light with the wireless remote controller, which allows us to control the lights in a range, and I can leave the gun or the lights. I can set up the light there, and I can stand the other place for me to do the shooting. So probably I think it is one of the pros of this light. And the pros of the T28, I think this light allows us to change the beam color in a quick way. It is allow me to adjust the lumens in any position or any level I want. So it is for me the pros. And I think for the T28, in some occasion, if we do the predator hunting or shooting some things from protecting my farm, probably it's not only the field rat. There may be some fox or some coyote there, so you can hunt with these kind of animals with these lights only. And which means you purchase this light and you can get the 3 lights. This is the pros, I think, for the T28. And to be honestly, I would like to, and here is about for the comparison of the 2 lights. And I do make a shortcut here. So for these 2 lights, the head dial, tube dial are same. The length of the T28 is longer than the T18, and they are all use the Cree LEDs. For the module change part, I think the T18 has better advantage because there are so many LEDs available there, and I can change the module into the ones I want, and we don't need to purchase the modules we don't need. So for the T18, I think for the module change part, and the wireless remote switch controller made easy for us to carry it on us, and there are some ways you can attach it in your guns or carry it in your bag. It will be more easier for us to carry, and we don't need to stand right behind or around the guns or light. The remote switch of the T28 will need us to stay behind or around the lights so we can control the light. And the waterproof of these 2 lights are same, and they use the same lithium 20, and they use same 21700 lithium rechargeable battery with the Type-C charging hole, and they're both with the extra orange, the lanyard. The only, except the remote switch, the only difference of these 2 cell set is the T18 comes with the extra modules of green and red. So the videos is almost closed here, but I have some questions for you guys, and would you please let me know which model will be your preference and the reason why you like this one. If we made the next generation of the T18 or the T28, what would be your suggestions for us to improve them, and which aspect of these 2 models you want us to do some improvement? That's all. Thank you for your time, and thank you for stopping by. Hope the video is helpful for you guys, and hope you all have a happy September and a nice beginning of the October. Thank you guys. Wish you have a nice day, and see you soon.